Quickly give me reply, Himanshu sir. My voice is audible. Good morning, Naga ma'am. Okay, Ravi Kumar sir. Okay, and always be on the time. Okay, the class will be start at 6:01 a.m. sharp. Okay, and if you really want to crack this JIB My June session, then you have to be work hard. Just be always with the teacher. Take classes regular in the class. Okay, and revise it. Hello, Surain sir. Hello, Rohan sir. Today I will tell you the preparation plan that how you have to prepare within these 2 months so that you can easily crack your JIB exam. As you can easily see that the result that's come yesterday of LRAB, many students, score plus 80 marks also in your legal subject. And this year is the last year in which this LRAB subject is there. After that, this LRAB subject will be not comes in your JIB exam. Two more new subjects are coming in this JIB from 2023. So that's why you all have to make a target that you have to clear this JIB in this year, and just hope that you have to clear CIB in November December session. Okay, my voice is audible to all of you. Today is the introduction class, but this introduction class is very important because I'm going to tell you the whole syllabus of your LRB subject, what you have to study. Okay, the all four module, and what is the subject means, why it is important in your JIB exam. Okay, exactly. So, Vinod sir, first of all, a very warm good morning to all of you. Okay, yesterday the Adda from the team Adda, the great result had come in LRB subject. Many students score 80 plus. So this is a really good achievement by the students, by the team also. Okay, so now this batch is a fresh batch, new target batch whose aim is to just crack the student whose aim is to just crack the JIB in my June session. This batch will be really help. Okay, now see, first of all, this JIB, that is a Junior Associate of Indian Institute of Banker. Okay, this in this one, three papers are there. So myself, Nikita Singh, okay, I'm an advocate and I will teach you the legal subject. Okay, advocate is famous for the law, and these law subject, that is the part of your syllabus that comes in your exam. So why this law subject is your syllabus? Could anyone tell me? Because this class is a two-way interactive class. So you have to give me reply also. Yeah, Suren sir, why this legal subject is a part of your JIB? Anyone? Yeah, Venkat sir. What is the need of this legal subject and why they are removing this subject, and they are just, LRB subject now shifted, will shift in CIB exam. Could anyone tell me? Naga sir, Ravi sir, Rohan sir, why this legal subject is a part of this one? In our LLB, when I just done my LLB, then I have, read 50 plus law. But in this LRB subject, you do not have to learn all the 50 subject, but few acts are there. I will tell you the whole thing, that what is legal, what is act, what is law, because today introduction class is damn important. Rohan sir say for the proper compliance in banking, okay, we daily deal with the customer and related the law sometime. Okay. Just tell me, you people are not advocate and not lawyer, so how could you deal these legal segment with the customer? Tell me. Because the work of advocate and the work of lawyer is to deal with the customer. So how you could deal with the customer if you are not an advocate? You do not learn this one, know the law subject. How could you deal? Tell me. Tell me. It's a introduction class, basic class. You have to participate in the class, okay? Tell me the answer. Why it is important? Why this you have to this learn legal subject? Anyone? And if you are studying, please be on the chair and table, okay? No need to study these subjects in the bed, okay? Many of you are just, seeing the class by just on this your laptop, and you people are seeing, but this is not the way to study. If you are serious, then you have to study a very sincere manner in this class. Now see, first of all, the basic thing, the legal regulatory aspect of banking. Now I'm going to tell you that why there's a need to learn this legal subject, the law subject in your LRAB subject. Okay. So first of all, I just want to know that what do you mean by the term law? Tell me. Okay, Venkat sir say to know the banking rules and regulation, how to act banking deal. Okay, okay. Now my question is, you people are not advocate because advocate have to deal with the this one rules and regulation. So how could you deal with these things? What is the use of this subject in your this JIB exam? It's help in regulating the banking activities and prevent the irregularity. Shravan sir say, okay, absolutely. You people are exactly right. Now just see the answer. First of all, what is law? Law means simply it's a rules and regulation. It is a simple meaning. Rules and regulation, that is simply a law. The government have three organ. What are they? It's a legislative, executive, and judiciary. So the main work of legislative is to make law. Okay, the main work of legislative is to make law. Executive, the main work is to implement the law, and the judiciary is the main work of judiciary is to give the justice. Now this portion, the legislature, that is, if we talk about legislature in the central part, then parliament is there who always make the law. So okay, so that law we have to study, which is made by the parliament, because central government, parliament is there, and in parliament it's contain Rajya Sabha plus Lok Sabha plus president. So these three are the body which comes under the parliament. So parliament makes the law, and these law we have to study, but we do not have to deal all the law of your, whatever law made by the parliament. Only you have to study in your legal subject. Please listen very carefully. Only you have to study 20 to 22 acts in your LRAB subject. 20 to 22 acts for LRAB subject. Now, Nikita ma'am, what is act? Because this is a very important thing which I am telling you. Many students don't know that what is act, what is law. Okay, so that's why in this introduction class you can easily, each terms I will just teach you in a very clear manner. So law means simply rules and regulation. Now just tell me what kind of rules and regulation you have to study. If I say that in law basically means the rules and regulation. So you have to study the rules and regulations of the banks. This is a very simple thing. Ratish sir, screen is not visible. No, I think it is visible to all of you. Naga sir, if that's visible now, Shravan sir, the slide is visible to all of you, isn't it? Exactly. Ritesh sir, just please check your lappy or just internet connection, okay? Exactly. Now see, legal part, it means law. Law means rules and regulation. And in LRB subject, we have to deal with the rules and regulations of the bank. Suppose if I'm staying in my home, so I have my own rules and regulations for house. If I am going to the bank, So the bank have a different rules and regulation. If I'm going to school, school have different rules and regulation. So why there's a need of rules and regulation? So that there's a need of rules and regulation so that each thing will do the work in a systematic manner. That is the use of this rules and regulation. This is very, very important. So in your LRAB subject, you have to deal with the rules and regulations of the bank. It means how the bank work in a systematic manner. That is the main work of this legal subject. PPB subject is there, AFB subject is there, but they have a different work. But your LRB subject, that is very important. Suppose if you study at least 20 to 22 acts, then this act will be really benefit. And even you can just always, these act you can teach to the others, to the other persons also. Because law, it means that law means society. Whatever happening in the society, that thing you have to study in law. These rules and regulation, why there's a need for bank? Because several things happen in the bank. Several thing happens in the bank. So how to regulate these things? The law is made. That is the exact meaning. The first is rules and regulation, and the second meaning of law is to punishment. Now, these two words are the key words of law: rules and regulation, and the second one is punishment. Now, the bank are doing work. Suppose if any person is doing a if any person is misrepresenting the customer, if any banker is doing fraud with the customer, now the customer where the now the customer will where go? In this case, the customer will go simply to the court. Now, if anyone go to the court, it means that at least 5 to 10 year he have to deal in the court. Because generally people don't want to go court, people don't want to go police station, people don't want to go hospital. It's a basic thing. It's a basic thing. Why people do not want to go court? Because it takes so much time to just take justice. So that's why the banker needs a new system. Bankers need a new system in which they can give justice. So what are the new system in which the bankers can get justice, the customer can get justice? We have to deal these things in this act. So it's a basic thing that I'm telling you why the legal subject is important part of your this LRAB subject. Now, what I said that you have to deal 20 to 22 acts. Now, what is act? Act means simply it's a law book. What is act? Act means simply it's a law book. Now, in this act, suppose a normal book is there and it's a law book. Could anyone tell me in the class that what is the basic difference between book and law book? Just participate. You all have to participate, okay? Whatever question I'm asking, and you can also ask the question. Nobody will feel that, oh, I'm not getting it, because it's a time. It's a time that you can easily ask the question. Suren sir, I'm asking that what is the basic difference between the book that you study and law book? Tell me the basic difference. Rohan sir, please check your internet, okay? Because voice is audible to all of you. Now my question is, could anyone tell me what's the basic difference between book and law book? Naga sir say law book certain rules and regulation. Okay, okay. And what's the normal book contain? This is a very good question. Very good question. And I think if you know this introduction class, you will enjoy the session of this one. Book and law book. A very good question. because you have to deal with in this LRB the law book. You know, many students why they score 80 plus marks in LRB because they know how to study the law book. Okay, you people, Mahesh sir, Vinod Kumar sir, Venkat sir, Naga sir, you people have absolutely said right that, ma'am, the law book contain the certain rules and regulation. That is exactly. Now see the normal difference between the book and law book. Book means simply where the chapter is given, isn't it? In the chapter, the I think each chapter contain 5 to 10 pages of each chapter, and in chapter we generally see the story something etc. Okay, the story thing. But in law book, whatever material that's come in the law book, all are in a, first of all are in a systematic manner. Everything it is in a systematic manner, and every everything is in point wise. My writing is not good in this pen slide, okay? So please don't mind. What I said about the law book, it is in systematic manner. Everything is in point wise. You know, point number one, point number two, point number three. And these point wise, we said that it's a section. Why many people just be afraid of this law book, because they have to learn so much section, but this is totally a wrong thing that you have just uh, keep in your mind. Because in law book you have to deal with, in suppose if I take a one example, suppose there's a one act which is very important, and many question yesterday in LRAB, many questions come from this act, that is Indian Contract Act. Now see what, I will give you the one example so that you can easily correlate this law book to the Indian Contract Act. Okay, see, suppose Indian Contract Act is there. Act means simply rules and regulation. So this act is about the contract. Now see how you can recognize that what act contain. So suppose if I take the example of this Indian Contract Act, okay. So this Indian Contract Act, what the name suggests, in each act you can easily recognize the things from by the name. Suppose Indian Contract Act, it means in this book, in this law book, we have to deal with the contract, we have to deal with the rules and regulations of the contract. So that's why by seeing the act name you can easily recognize that what you have to study in this act. So in the Indian Contract Act, this is a law book of Contract Act. Now see, it contain total section 266. What I have said, Indian Contract Act contain total systematic and point wise thing at least 266, the total section. But you do not have to study and mug up all the 266 sections. What I have said, that you have to deal with 20 to 22 acts, okay, in this LRB subject, and one act I have written, that is Indian Contract Act. It's contained 266 section, and section is nothing but section is the point wise thing. That's it. So in Indian Contract Act, you only have to study hardly 5 to 10 section only. Only 5 to 10 section. So that's why 20 to 22 acts, hardly you have to study from each act 20 to 25, sorry, 5 to 10 section, that's it. So that is the basic difference between the normal book and this law book. So every law book has a name, just like Indian Contract Act, and you can easily recognize the act, that what it really means. That is Indian Contract Act. So it's deal with the term contract. Now, what is contract? What are the rules and regulations of the contract? When we study each thing from the module wise, then I will just show you that what is the exact meaning of contract, rules and regulations, etc. Many students are saying, ma'am, is that we have to study the all section? Suppose 5 to 10 section I have written, so we have to study all the 5 to 10 section. The answer is no. In yesterday, if you have seen the questions that's come in your LRB subject, so section based, direct section based question hardly come 3. Direct section means what is section 10, what is section 15. So this question hardly 3 question come in which the question is directly asked about this section. So do not afraid that we have to learn all the section in the law book. Absolutely not. But what we have to deal, see, you have to deal the important concept. You have to study the important concept of every law book. That's it. If you understand this one, the important concept of each book, then you can easily crack your paper. That's it. So did you understand what I have said about these law book, that how the law books, suppose if I just take the law book in front of you, then you can easily recognize that, oh, this is Indian contract. Oh, this is Indian Partnership Act. Because in this session, when I will show you the syllabus now, then you can easily recognize that, oh, these are the acts that we have to study. So tell me, is that clear to all of you that what you have to study in the law book and what is the basic difference between the normal book and the law book? Is that clear to all of you? Is that clear? Exactly. Okay. When I was doing my LLB now, I was doing, so, I have read 50 plus law book in my graduation. I have done, BA LLB. I have done BA LLB plus 20 law books I have done in my LLM. I'm the masters. I have done my masters also, and I'm the gold medalist in my this post graduation. So see, I have just read 70 plus law, but in your LRB subject, only you have to deal with the important concept of law, that is 20 to 22 acts only. Okay, now just start. First of all, we have to learn the what is LRB, what it's contain, what is the full form, legal and regulatory aspect of banking. Today is the introduction class. From tomorrow we will start from the module D, because if you see the yesterday's this one session and yesterday's exam, so if I talk about module A, B, C, D, so mostly question come from C and D. You can say 60% syllabus comes from module C and D. So that's why please see that what's contained in module C, D, A and B. So that's why this introduction class is very, very important to all of you. And please be regular in the class. 6 a.m. means 6 a.m. you have to be present in front of me. Okay, if my voice is not audible, so I can shut my video, but if it is audible, then you have to see me so that you can not feel that ma'am is not here. Okay, because this is an online class, so that's why the teacher will present. Okay, teacher will not take yarning. Okay, teacher will not drink tea here. This 1.5 hour is specially wake up early in the morning. If you wake up, then you can enjoy the class, okay, with full energy. Now see, now we have to understand that what is the LRAB. And please take, I think this LRAB contained 25 class total. If you miss one class, it means 1 marks gone. So 25 class, you have to attend all the 25 class regular. You know what is the benefit of this online class? That you can see the recorded videos anytime. But if you see the recorded videos anytime, then you cannot ask the question from the teacher. So what I want, and I will tell you in the session that how to prepare, because in my subject you have to just sit by taking a one copy. So today, if you don't have a copy, so from tomorrow you have to sit with a one copy. Why I am saying? Because many students say that, ma'am, your one liner notes really help us to crack our exam of LRAB. What is one liner notes? I will tell you. But if you have a copy, then this is, I think, that is totally understandable to all of you. What is one liner notes and where we have to write this one liner notes? Nothing, nothing material you have to use. Only the material that is given by Adda, that is a one liner notes. I will tell you what copy. It's a simple copy, na. This is simple copy, any copy. Okay, you have to, now I will tell you what is the use of copy. Shravan sir, during the class what you have to write, I will tell you. You have to listen the session, but whatever thing that I will tell you, that you have to write this thing, you have to write. That's it. Okay, Shravan sir. Now we have to understand the basic thing about what is LRAB. Okay, what is LRAB? Now see, it's a legal and regulatory aspect of banking. Now, what is legal? Legal we have already done, legal, law, all is same thing. So what we have read, that the law means simply a rules and regulation. That is called legal. Okay. Regulatory means how to regulate. What is this? Regulatory means how to regulate. Suppose our kids are there. Kids are very naughty. If the father and mother not regulate the kids become notorious. Kid will do shaitani, right? So that's why the parents regulate their kids. So same thing, if we not regulate the bank, then the bank become notorious, isn't it? Mahesh sir, if we not regulate the bank, so the bank will not become notorious. Bank will do anything that they want. Tell me. Exactly, Mahesh sir. So we need a authority who can regulate the bank. And na, the bank generally categorize into the public and private. Okay, public and private. But every bank have to regulate by Reserve Bank of India. And what is Reserve Bank of India? I generally used to say Reserve Bank of India is the father of all bank. Is that right or not? Whatever father will said, we have to, whatever said, we have to follow that thing. So that's why in the LRAB, what is LRAB? How to regulate with rules and regulation. And to whom we have to regulate? We have to regulate this bank. What bank? All the bank that's come under this one. So that is the basic meaning of the term LRAB. And this subject is the scoring subject, as you can easily see in yesterday analysis, that many students have scored 80 plus marks in your LRB. Nothing is impossible. If you have a strong will determination, you can easily score, I think, 100 plus marks. 100 marks you can easily score 100 out of 100, because nothing is impossible. Because in the law, what you have to study the laws, different rules and regulation, how to regulate the bank. That's it. So just take a pledge and a positive strong determination that you have to crack this exam, because from 2023 of my June session, your this LRAB subject is totally removed from the JIB exam. Totally removed. And now in from this one, my June session 2023, 4 subjects come in your JIB exam. 4 subject. 2 I think of economics, 2 of I think PPB subject. You can see this, check the new syllabus, but please don't see this thing. Your aim is 2022. You have to crack this exam in May June session, and after that in November December this one CIB exam. Okay, just make a pledge. Just take a pledge that you have to do that thing. Okay, so this is basic thing about the LRAB. So I think this definition or this subject is known to all of you. Exactly, Himanshu sir, I will definitely help you, but you have to follow what I am saying. Okay, you have to follow what I am saying here in the class. If you follow my guidelines, then definitely success will be yours. Okay, and this is totally a English medium class, not a Hindi, not a single Hindi language will be used, because many South Indian students come here, so that's why I will use only English language here in the class. Okay, Himanshu sir, I think you don't mind, right? You know that this is an English medium batch. Okay, okay, that's cool. So LRB subject is, I think, clear to all of you. Now you can see, because in this session many students come, they don't know that what is a syllabus, what kind of questions come here. So that's why I always in the first class we will just talk to each other. After this session I will talk to you that what you understand from today's class, because today's class is very very important. Now what I have said, please don't see this. I always used to say that just take a one copy. What is copy? Copy is simply that you used to write something. Why I used to that always take a copy when you just sit in my class, so that you can easily note down the important thing of my class. And why I am saying you to just note down the important things, so that when the class will be finished after 25 class, you can easily revise your these notes in your before the exam. So that's why this is very very important to just keep your copy. Do not depend upon the other student that, oh, Himanshu sir will make the copy, I will just copy it down. No, please don't do that thing. You have to make your copy and just note down the important thing. If you don't know the syllabus, if you don't know the marking scheme, if you don't know the meaning of your LRB subject, so this is the time in which you have to write the important things. It's a saying of Abdul Kalam. It's a saying of Abdul Kalam that if you want to know a concept, just refer one material. If you want to know the concept, just refer one material. If you cleared your concept through one material, then you can easily see other material also. But if you don't understand the concept, then you cannot learn the concept. Then you cannot go through others' books. So that's why in the paid class, whatever teacher telling you, whatever teacher is giving you the guidance, just follow it and apply it practically. Okay, so the students who are in the class, just please make a one copy. Suppose today is the introduction class. What you have to note down, you have to note down the syllabus which I will tell you in the class. The syllabus is very important. If you get the syllabus, so you can easily understand that what the things we have to study in the LRAB subject. Because if you know the syllabus, it means 50% syllabus is done from your part. So that's why please make a short notes whatever I will tell you. Okay, so simply in the copy, first of all, just write down the LRAB full form, legal, this one definition, regulation definition, and how and to whom we have to regulate. Simple meaning. And then in your LRAB subject, as you can easily see that each subject contain 120 question, maximum marks 100, and the duration is 2 hours. Isn't it? So in your legal subject, same 120 question, 100 marks, and duration is 2 hours. what is a plus point in your JIB exam, that there is a no negative mark. So at least please do all the question that is asked in the this one. And students score 60, 70, 80, 50. So it's depend upon what, if the concept is clear, if the concept of LRB is clear, then they get score 80 plus mark. But if you do not study anything, then you can easily score 33 plus marks in your any exam. In any exam, if you not study the books of your competition exam, then you can easily score 33. But if you want to score 50 plus, 60 plus, 70 and 80 plus, then you have to go through the syllabus of all things. Okay, so this is all about your number of question, maximum marks and duration. Now see this, 70 question will come off half marks, 35 question will come off 1 marks, and 15 question will come off 2 marks. You can see that thing. This is important one. So total half marks 35, 1 marks 35. This one 15 into 2, that is 30. So this is the marking, this one, the marks criteria of your this one. So you have to focus on, because many students crack the exam if they done this thing. And the 15, the question number, suppose the total number of question is 15. So in this one, generally the case studies question come. What is case study question? Simply, case study means factual based question. The 15, this one, the 2 marks question is not important. You can score this also. But in this one, you have to know the exact concept of your this one. If you know the concept, then you can easily apply the concept in the case study. Case study means the factual based question. Fact means kahani. Okay, you have to apply this concept in the fact, and you have to tick mark in the one option. So this 70 question, 35 question generally come from module C and module D. What is module C? What is module D? Our next slide is of syllabus, in which you can easily see that what contains in module C, D, A and B. Now just tell me, I think this is clear to all of you, that what is the question pattern, what is the meaning of the subject, okay, and what is the exact, what thing we have to study in this LRB subject. Now we have to focus on the simple step to crack the LRB. If you follow, we can classify the marks allotted to each question exam. Shravan sir, I'm not getting your question. Can we classify marks? The questions that I have discussed you, 70 question, 35, 50, it's on you that which part which part. Suppose if you are ready to give this half marks, then you can easily tick mark, because these questions are one-liner questions. The factual based questions come half page or something page. Okay, so that's why this is the marking scheme of this one. Now please follow this one. In each subject you have to score 50% above, in each subject of LRAB, of PPB, and in this one AFB. 50 plus, if you score 50 plus, then you can easily say that I have cleared that exam. And 50 plus, I don't think that this is very difficult. My target is, suppose in LRAB, my target is 80 plus. If I will think big, then the marks will become, suppose if I think 80 plus, then my score will be definitely 60 plus. But if you think that no, I have to only crack, I have to only this one, I will always, I will just do only 50% this one question, then you will get 30, 40, these types of marks. Venkat sir say, what about 15 questions module? Mahesh sir, the 15 question of case study generally come, what I said, generally come of module D. Some question maybe come from module A and generally module C and D. You can see the questions that's come yesterday. Many question of case study 1 marks, this marks come from module C and D. So that's why each module is very, very important. Venkat sir say, ma'am, are there any important chapter for 2 marks question? No, Venkat sir. You have to study 4 module. Nothing is important. Sorry. Everything is important. You cannot classify that, no, I have to study only module D, module C. No. What I am saying, 60% marks come from module C and D and 40% marks from module A and B. So each module is important. That's it. Okay. Now, so please, it's the Abdul Kalam saying, just think big. Don't think that if the I in this one, if the this one JIB exam, it is written in the notification that you have to score 50 plus marks in each subject. If you think that thing now, then you can get 30 marks, 40 marks, etc. But just think that I have to score 80 plus marks in LRB, then you can easily get 60 plus marks. And just the positive determination should be comes in your mind that yes, I have to crack the LRB exam. Okay, Arnab sir, you are saying that please provide PDF. Arnab sir, within 24 hours, the PDF will be available in your this one, in your this one mail ID or in your site. Okay, I know that it will be very, the pressure will be on your eyes by seeing all these things. So that's why within 24 hours, the PDF will be available. You can print out it. But I think printout is not available. You can see only online. Exactly. You can see only online. The PDF will be, I think, not downloaded and you cannot print it. Okay, you cannot print it. Now see. Yeah, no option for print. It's an online class now. That's why I am saying, Arnab sir, just, keep the distance 30 to 50 centimeter. Just keep the distance of 50 to 60 centimeter and just take a copy. Note down whatever I'm teaching here. Okay. So that you do not have to